lovely people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya. If you've never been here before, you can click that subscribe button down below. And today I'm starting a new series on my channel where whenever I get a new makeup product, so it's probably gonna be palettes, maybe a lip color, anything like that, even maybe a liquid highlighter, I'm going to film a video about how I would style this, because I know that sometimes it's hard to find an easy makeup look for a palette that you get and you just want to know how to use it right off the bat. So that is my goal with this series. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it'll be in the title, so you'll know when you're watching the video. And so today, the palette that I am talking about is the Anastasia Soft Glam Palette. So if you saw my April favorites video, which I will link in the cards, I think it's up here or up here, we'll see. You know that I picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale. It retails for $55 Canadian, I'm pretty sure, and you also know that I love this palette so much. I wear it all the time, so I thought that this would be a great way to kick off this series. Also, you guys voted on my Instagram that you wanted to see this look before the ColourPop Element of Surprise look, which I think will be the next video. And so this is the look. I'm not wearing my glasses so you guys can kind of see. I'll try and do like a little, I don't know, montage or something of the look so you can see a little bit better. But yeah, all I used was the Soft Glam palette, and you can kind of tone this look down a little bit if it's just for every day, or you can leave it the way that I've done it here. And so if you want to know how to use the Soft Glam palette and how I style it, then just keep watching. The step that we're going to do is prime my eyes. So I'm gonna take the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. You can use whatever like eyeshadow primer you have, but I don't have any stuff that isn't like completely dried out and not able to use. So what I do is I just put a drop of concealer on each eyelid. Also, I'm completely blind without my glasses, so I can't really see what's going on. So if you see me like squinting, that's why. So I'm just, just using my finger to just blend this onto my eye, because this is going to make a good base for the shadows. So now we're going into the Soft Glam palette. I'll insert a clip of what the palette looks like, and I'll make sure to list like all the shades and everything that I use down below. The brush in this palette, I discussed this in my April favorites video, but I love this brush. So this is what we're gonna use. Mostly, but I also have a smaller brush from Sephora that we're also going to use. So the first step is we're going to just put down a shade to kind of like even out my eyelids over top of the concealer. So I'm going to take the shade Tempera, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. Just blend it in, and this brush is a little bit dirty because this is the brush I use like constantly with this palette, so it kind of adds a couple other colors to the lid. It's very pinky, but that's okay. So we're just putting this color all over the lid to create a base for our shadows. Wow, this is really pink. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the shade Dusty Rose. It's a dusty rose color. So we're gonna put that all over the lid. Just blending that in with the first shade. This palette is really good if you like warm colors. Cool tone colors do not work on my face. So this is a really, really nice palette for me. Okay, so now this is a little bit pinker than normal because I don't know what's all over the brush. But anyway, now we're going to take the shade Sienna, which is kind of like a burnt orangey color, and we're going to concentrate that into the crease and the outer corner of the lid. still using the fluffier end of the brush for now. By the way, if you hear panting, it is my dog who is panting a lot. So then we're going to do the same to the other eye. I'm just going to go back in a little bit more with the dusty rose color on the other side of the brush and just kind of concentrate it along the lash line because it kind of didn't transfer that well down onto the lash line. And same with the other side. So we just want an even blend of all the colors we put on our eye. Wow. This is like that Wonder Pet song. The phone is ringing. I'm trying to film a video. Okay, it's done. So now we are going to take a couple, well, probably just one of the glittery shades from this palette. So you can see from the clip I showed earlier that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glitter shades. So I'm doing kind of a goldy, pinky look today. So what I want to do is I'm gonna take the shade, some of Glistening and some of Bronze, and maybe a bit of Fairy, and I'm gonna concentrate that on the first half of my eye. Glitter does a pretty good job of staying, so we'll put on our first layer of glitter without the setting spray. So I'm just gonna take the shade Fairy and pick it up on the brush, and I'm just gonna concentrate that on the inner kind of third of the eye. And you can bring that up into your crease a little bit too. And I always do like any of my highlight and everything at the end because the glitters do have a bit of fallout on them. So then I'm gonna do the same to the other eye. That's kind of the first step for the gold. Then I'm gonna take some of Glistening and just put that on top. We're gonna pause on the glitter shades, and I'm going to take this same end of the brush, and I'm going to dip it into the very darkest burgundy shade. This is the Mulberry shade. And I'm just gonna concentrate that on the outer corner and outer crease of my lid. I'm having so many freaking camera problems. This eye is done, this eye is not done. There's no memory on my card keeps ending. So because of my camera issues, I finished this eye, it didn't record it. So now I'm just doing the rest of it on this eye to make it look like this eye. So I'm taking the Mulberry shade on the end of the palette, and I'm just gonna put that into the outer corner and into the outer crease to smoke it out a little bit. This is my good eye, so this is gonna be better. Okay. So we're just smoking this out, and we can put a little bit more right up to where the gold is, but we're gonna add some more gold so we can kind of experiment with that. So now I'm going to take this brush from Sephora and my Badescu facial spray, and I'm just gonna spray the brush because this is gonna help us pick up the glitter shades and make them stay on your eye better. So I'm going to go in with the shade Bronze, and I'm going to pick that up on the brush and apply it to the middle of the lid right next to the Mulberry shade and bring it down in towards the inner corner of my eye and the lash line and there a bit. Alright, so this is what that looks like. Can you see it? Okay. So now we're going to go back in with the fluffy end of the brush and we're going to take the Dusty Rose color again and we're just going to put that kind of in between the Mulberry shade and the gold to kind of blend them together and make the lines less harsh because you don't want to have any harsh lines in your eyeshadow. So now what I'm going to do is clean up the side of the look. If you have foundation on, this will probably remove your foundation, so you can just use a Q-tip and kind of like go like this, but I don't have foundation on, so it's not going to mess anything up. So I just cleaned up kind of the side here and the top, and now we're going to also clean up the under the lash line because we're going to put some specific colors down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this flat brush again and we're going to go in with the Dusty Rose color and we're going to concentrate that kind of towards the front underneath the lash line. We're going to take the Sienna color that we put into the crease originally and we're just going to put that under the other half. And then right in the corner area, we're gonna take the Mulberry color again, just right there. Not too much because we don't want to look like we got punched in the face. And I'm just gonna darken that up because it doesn't quite match the other eye. There we go. So I'm gonna go add the rest of my face makeup, put a little highlight in here and on my brows, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I am back. This is the finished look. I just added some bronzer, highlight, mascara, touched up the glitter a little bit, and added some highlight kind of around my brows. And I added a lip. So I don't know how well you guys can see this on camera, but when you do a really bold look like this, a super bold lipstick is just gonna like mess everything up because the eyes are the center for this look. So what I did is I took this clear kind of sheen lipstick. This is from Beauty Counter and it is in the shade Pearl, and it's kind of just like a sheen that you put over your lips, and I think that this just pulls the look together because the focus will remain on the eyes and not on the lips. But I mean, if you want to try both, you can go for a bold lip, but this is just the way that I think looks best with this look. And so yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the look turned out. I normally wouldn't go this like dark. The Mulberry shade was a little bit darker than applied than I normally would, but I think this would look really good for going out, or especially if your outfit ties in with some of the more like purples and golds in the look. And if you want to check out this palette, I'll have it linked down below, as well as all the other products I used on my face, as well as in the video. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I know you guys want to see more of these. And if you're watching this a few weeks after it's been put out, there might be more videos in this playlist for you to go check out, so I'll also link the playlist down below. And I think that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!